Alright, everybody, welcome back to part 7 of the Dark Souls 3 All Bosses walkthrough. We just beat the Abyss Watchers. We're back here in Firelink Shrine momentarily before we progress, because there's a few things here that we can do. First off, so Hawkwood is, you can see by his armor that he was a member of the Undead Legion, but he deserted the Abyss Watchers, so we're gonna tell him that that we killed his friends. He's giving us the Farron ring, and with that we can go ahead and place those Cinders of a Lord on the throne of the Abyss Watchers. So there you go. 2 out of the 5 thrones are now complete. Alright, with the soul of the Abyss Watchers, we can come see what Lulith has for us. And we're also going to get one of the best rings in the game, at least for me, for somebody who likes big swords and big armor, is the Havel's ring. Definitely going to exchange that. That will increase our maximum load, letting us be a little bit more free with the armor and stuff that we're wearing. So with the soul, the blood of the wolf, we can get the Wolf Knight's Greatsword, which is Artorias' Greatsword from DS1, or we can get the Abyss Watcher's Greatsword itself. So pretty cool there. But now that we've got Havel's ring, we are feeling much better. That's a huge change to our equip load. That means we can switch our armor around a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. So we're maxing out on defense, but still able to mid-roll. All right, now one other thing that is important to do if you're doing the Lord of Hollows quest before advancing to the Catacombs of Carthus is making sure that you talk to Yol. I haven't shown you where Yol is yet. He's over here. You can talk to him, and you're able to quote-unquote draw out true strength, which is just a fancy way of saying leveling up. These are free levels that you're able to get a part of. You can do this at any time after you've talked to Yol originally. The reason I've waited until now is because obviously the higher level you're at, the more expensive leveling up is. So this is kind of maximizing the benefit of it at this point. All right, so I'm gonna do some strength. And the amount of times that you're able to do it is based on what your hollowing level is. So again, if you don't remember, hollowing is the amount of times that you die in the game will affect it. So you can see where are we at. Where is our hollowing level? I could have sworn it was on player status. Weird, maybe we need to... Let's try giving the Firekeeper soul.
Ashen mother, she forgive me, maid. Farewell, Ashmi.
Interesting. Okay. Anyway, as for dying and increasing our hollowing level, the easiest way to do it that I found is just going to the Undead Settlement bonfire and literally just walking off this edge over and over and over again. And while you're doing this, you can, just pick up your souls right afterwards and then just continue to fall off the edge. All right, there we are. We're at level 15 hollowing. You can tell that you've reached the required hollowing level by the covenant indicator in the top left corner. You can see that it is like all kinds of covered and stuff. That lets you know that you're well hollowed at this point, and it's enough to be able to get all 5 levels from Yul. Again, the reason we're doing this now is the second that you enter the Catacombs of Carthus, Yul will die. He's scripted to die at that point. So it's important that you do all these things if you're going for that ending and you get all 5 of his level ups before you enter the Catacombs.
Then shall we begin?
Bah. Then shall we begin? Bah.
Then shall we begin?
Bah.
Then shall we begin?
And there you go, 5 free levels.
Bees.
All right. Next time we see Yul, he is unfortunately going to be dead. Very sad, but he has served his purpose.
Goodbye.
And now we can continue. Oh, Ciri's back.
Hello again. I have thought. Bless.
She gives us an
If you should
emote.
require it,
And then we're actually going to see her summon sign very soon on a bridge that we're going to be crossing. We can do that to enter her world and assist her with an invasion. And if we do that, then we can also summon her for a boss later on. All right, on we go to Abyss Watchers. We are now going to enter the Catacombs of Carthus. As you approach here, this thing is just going to move back, and that's going to be the entrance. Alright, the Catacombs is basically the only enemy that's in here are some skeletons and like different variations of them. As explained earlier, skeletons in this game work where if they have white eyes when they first come up, like this guy, it means when you kill him, he's going to come back up one more time. And then once you kill him again, he'll be down and out forever. Well, not forever, but, you know, when you rest at a bonfire. I got some Carthus Rouge. That is like the pine resins that you get, except it applies a lacerating effect, aka bleed, to your weapon. So, pretty cool. Alright, red eyes are not like significant in terms of like enemies being able to get back up. Just shows that they might be a little bit more powerful than your typical enemy. Okay, do not be fooled by the headless skeleton. When he's got a sword like that, he will parry you if you try to attack him. Like, no matter what. It feels like it's like a guaranteed parry. And it's kind of brutal when you get hit by it. So be very careful with those guys. Then another thing to keep an eye out for in the Catacombs are switches like these. If you've played any of the Catacombs in Elden Ring, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are some traps that will shoot some arrows. So for example, we'll press this one and step to the side. So just be aware. You can use those to your advantage to hit enemies, but just be careful to not walk directly in the middle of any of these pathways. Alright, cross our way over here. Take care of this guy. Got an item right here, sharp gem. And this is an illusory wall right here. Wide-eyed skeleton. Allows us to grab this item here. Carthus Pyromancy Tome. It's another tome that can be taken over to Corinx. Alright, now we'll make our way over here. This guy's standing guard of where we need to go eventually. We don't have to go there right now. So we're actually going to want to go this way for the moment. These skeletons are going to all get up. A few of these ones respawn. Oh, never mind. None of them respawn. Very cool. And you know what? We're actually going to use an Ember because my HP is kind of... I should definitely start leveling some more into Vigor. Alright, so down here we find Henri. She's upset because she cannot find Horus. She asks us if we have seen him. We can say no because we haven't. Crystal Lizard right here. That'll give us a Twinkling Titanite. Alrighty. Could have sworn there was an item back here, but I guess not. Alright, so this is back where we first entered. We're actually going to go back this way because there's a place that we can drop down and kill that skeleton that was shooting us with a bow and arrow. There's also an item up there that we can grab. If you are ever to die before reaching the next bonfire, this is also the quickest way to get back down to the next area we'll be going into. How that wasn't a plunging attack, I don't know. Oh, never mind, not an item here. But quick way to get down here. And there's also going to be a giant like skeleton ball. You can actually see it up there right now. As soon as we hit the stairway, it's going to come crashing and rolling down. Boom! Now this thing is going to roll infinitely until you kill the thing that is essentially like controlling it. I misheard where it was. This guy with the hat is the thing that's controlling it, so we're gonna take him out, and then when the ball rolls back down here, it's gonna break apart and give us an undead bone shard. And there you are. Oh, I thought the guy was going to parry me. Ouch. This guy's throwing these human dreg grenade or whatever they're called. It can be a little annoying. Now, some of these pots, when you roll into them, they'll also cause those things to pop up, so just be careful. Oh my gosh! So much damage. There's a Carthus milk ring. You can tell which ones are going to do that by like the white coloring to them. So if you want to try to avoid them, those are the ones that do it. Alright, now you can see this guy has white eyes, but we're going to try to bait him over here and hit this switch. Wait for him to respawn. Oh, he was too far out of the way. Nice! Large Titanite shard. That's great. That means we can upgrade our weapon again. Yeah, down this pathway are 2 of those big boys. We're again gonna take advantage of this switch right here. Nice and easy. Alright, watch out for this hole here. Don't get baited by it. There are some bone wheels down there that will make you miserable. And we got another rolling ball here. This one, the hack boy isn't very easy to find. It's a little bit further down than that last one. Right here we've got a bonfire. Are you? Wow, okay. Might as well rest again. I did not think I was in the way of that thing. Let it roll on by. And we're not going to go down yet. We're going to wait for it to come back up. And that will go down. Alright. Over here to the right are a bunch of rats and another giant rat, just kind of like in a den settlement. Perfect. Okay. Along this hallway, you can see up on the ceiling there's a bunch of those gloopy, crunchy things that will make kind of like try to eat you if they fall on you. So just be careful where you're going. And try not to let one of these things fall on your head. Okay, there's a bone wheel. Luckily, they're not as deadly in this game as they are in Dark Souls 1. Just like to keep an eye out for these things because I can never remember exactly where they are. Alright, and then naturally this item over here has one of the gloop things right above it, so we're going to let him fall down and then grab the item. Carthus Blood Ring. Alright, down this hallway is a dead end. But there's also an invasion here. An item, pick up an ember. If you are embered, you're going to get invaded. by Night Slayer Sorig. He's got the Fume Ultra Great Sword, one of my favorite weapons in the Souls series. And naturally, with a weapon that big, he has the potential to do a lot of damage. And with that armor, he's got quite a bit of poise as well. And boom. Can you stop following me around? And we get the Night Slayer's ring from him, which, if you are interested in having more, well, not necessarily poise, but causing more grief in like PvP fights, it says that enemies lose more stamina when guarding attacks. So if you're fighting an enemy that's like, oh my gosh, like they just have so much stamina, they can block me all day, that's a fun ring to put on and you know, make it less that way. Oh, how did that not hit him? Come on, dude. This guy can be really annoying because he just moves like crazy. Alright, now we're going to come up these stairs. And here's the Hat Boy. Ouch. So now we'll be able to get another Undead Bone Shard from that rolling ball, and we can finally be spared the noise that it makes. Okay, we're getting nice, good amount of large Titanite shards. And here's the item that we saw before from across the way. Actually hit the switch again and just see those guys get hit. Alright, then we can come over this way. Item here, another big skeleton dude, more large Titanite shards. He is a wide-eyed, so we're going to wait for him to revive. Very nice. Some more ashes. Alright, now we're going to make our way. This is an illusory roll right there that you can roll through. Okay, making our way towards the boss of this area. This crystal lizard is infamous for clipping through the walls, so we're going to make sure that it goes in a specific direction where that won't be an issue. If it starts to go off this way, you might be SOL, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Alright, this guy we're going to try to sneak up on as best we can. You can see that his weapon is imbued with Carthus Rouge. We're just going to charge R2, some big damage, and take him out. Alright, this message gives you a little secret that says the suspended bridge is wearing thin. We're going to test out just how thin. Now, this room can be a little overwhelming. All these bones are going to get up and form into skeletons. And some of them will form depending on how far up we go. Hello? Weird. Alright. We can also flip this switch as just a quicker run back to the boss in case we die. Surely now they'll start forming, right? Weird. Okay, well, I guess not. That's bizarre. There's supposed to be a lot more than just 3 skeletons. Not sure what's going on there. All right. Well, here we found Henri again. She's going to ask the same thing. We seen Horace. He'll say no. Even though technically we can see him from here. If you look down in that pit with those items, there's Horace just standing there in the middle. We can't get to him for a little bit right now, though. But yeah, then you're just able to drop down here. Alright, so again, the bridge is wearing thin. If we just attack the bridge, you will see it straight up collapse. And if you wait for it for just a second and you stand next to here, a prompt will pop up to descend, where it is essentially now a ladder. We're not going to do that now. We will do that. It's probably not going to be for a while, to be honest, that we come back here, because this is a completely optional area and it doesn't have anything totally necessary or anything like that. So I prefer to come back to it kind of at a later level. But definitely something to put away in our brain for now to remember to come back to. Alright, we've now made it to the boss of this area. This is High Lord Wolnir. He is somewhat of a gimmick boss. When you touch this goblet, your cutscene's going to play that teleports you to this dark little chasm thing. Wolnir is huge, but one of the things that you'll notice is that he's wearing some gold bracelets, and basically the goal of the fight is to break those bracelets. The game wants you to pick up that item so that you get jump scared by him, but instead we're going to come up here to the side and start hitting those bracelets. And then we can pick it up. Ouch. So you just got to watch out for his slam attacks and his swipes. And honestly, the most deadly thing about Wolnir is that mist around him. That can do some insane tick damage. Now here he's going to start charging up towards us. Or maybe not. Yep, there we go. Ouch. This might be his breath attack. Yeah, so this you want to stay away from as far as possible, because that thing will absolutely melt your health bar. Alright, now he's going to be summoning his sword. This right bracelet tends to be one of the more annoying ones to get to. Probably should have taken that one out first. Ouch. Once he's got his sword, it feels like he never puts his hand down for enough time to actually do anything about it. Now he's going to slam his sword into the ground, big old AoE. And there we go. He does have the possibility to summon a bunch of skeletons to help him. That can be really obnoxious when that happens. But if he never does that, it's a really easy boss to take care of. And now there's a bonfire. Alright, so there you go. That is the Catacombs of Carthus. Done. Up past here is Irithyll, the Boreal Valley, one of my favorite areas of the game. And also has one of my favorite bosses of the game. But it can be a little bit of a challenge, so excited to get there. But I appreciate you for watching through part 7 of this video. So keep an eye out for part 8 as we go through Irithyll. And then we'll come back to that bridge area after we clear that out and do that optional area as well. So yeah, so as always, if you are able to like and subscribe, that helps me out a ton. But as I mentioned before, I'm kind of just doing this for fun. So if you are still with me at this point, I appreciate it. Hopefully I've given you some good insights and tips. But I will go ahead and see you in part 8.